Good day, church. Good day, Heartland Annual Conference. I'm Brad Kirk. I'm the pastor of Kingman Methodist Church, but I'm also the chair of the Finance and Administration Committee for our annual conference. And it's my joy, my privilege to share with you a few details about what's going on in our annual conference as far as finances go and stewardship of the resources. And so I just want to share a few of these details with you to help prepare us for our meeting later this month. As we reflect back on the last year, I do so with deep gratitude. I want to thank God for his continued provision and guidance. And I want to thank you for your faithfulness, your generosity, and commitment to the shared vision of the Heartland Annual Conference. Our vision remains strong: become a gospel-driven expression of Methodism that embodies servant leadership, equips laity, exhorts our churches, and encourages our clergy. That vision drives every financial decision that we make. In 2024, we witnessed remarkable generosity. We received nearly 93% of our connectional funding goal. Over 86% of our churches participated by giving something, and many went above and beyond. Connectional funding totaled $686,871 in that year, but with designated giving and late 2023 contributions, our total income for that year was $861,610. He also gave generously to our missional partnership. We are partnered with Ethiopia and Zimbabwe, and together we contributed more than $68,000. Praise God. This reflects our global heart in our movement, and we thank you for the missional work of saving souls that it's doing. Our expenses for the year were $557,846, or about 95% of our approved budget. This responsible spending resulted in a net operating income of over $300,000. That has been added to our reserves. And in keeping with our policy, we will not hold more than 12 months of reserves. Now, keep in mind, some of that income also was designated giving. So not all of that is available to be spent on our general fund, but on our budget, I mean. But it is significant recognition of your faithfulness and also of the faithful stewardship we've been giving to those resources. We're committed to stewardship, and our reserves are safely invested through Cedars and Sweeps account. These are both low risk. Cedars is like a regular CD, and they offer low risk returns while keeping funds readily available for our ministry. Because of your faithful giving and God's abundant provision, we're not changing the connectional funding rate. It remains at 4% for the local church of your income. That's 3% for our local annual conference and 1% for the general church, well below the 6.5% maximum. We're also making an important shift. In 2025, our budget cycle will move from a calendar year to a July-June fiscal year. This means that the budgets approved at annual conference that you'll approve at our meeting will take effect July 1st, allowing us to respond much more quickly and clearly to the emerging needs. The proposed budget before you for 25 and 26 totals $972,400. Based on projected income of $976,124, leaving a small but healthy surplus of just over $3,700. It reflects confidence in our shared mission and growing ministry, also deploying the gifts that you give in a way that isn't trying to hold on to them, but in a way that's using them. We've added staff to support that mission, welcoming a part-time registrar and communications coordinator, and transitioning our administrator to director of operations. We plan to add more staff as the needs arise and our budget allows, ensuring we continue to serve our churches with excellence. We also are preparing for larger office space and increasing an investment in church planning, church camps, coaching, and leadership support. We expanded line items to better resource our volunteer presiding elders who serve with remarkable dedication. Behind the scenes, the Financial Administration Committee is working hard to develop systems and tools, including forms and processes that will better support our local churches. Our goal is simple: to equip churches to focus on the gospel work. Because at the end of the day, real ministry happens in the local church, and we want to help you thrive. I also want to say a special word of thanks for those who serve on the Finance and Administration Committee. Your wisdom, service, and stewardship make all of this possible. Thank you. I look forward to seeing many of you in Claremore this May, and as we gather for annual conference. It'll be a time to celebrate, to pray, and look ahead with faith and courage. Thank you again for your partnership. Let's keep moving forward together, grounded in gratitude, faithful in our mission, and confident in the God who goes before us. See you in a few weeks.